1942, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sooners offense will start this game off. I know this Cotton Bowl is divided 50-50, but it's been mostly crimson and cream lately, Jesse.
And I think Texas, their players, their coaches, and their fans, they're just getting sick and tired of these outcomes, results, and the narrative too, David. At some point, players just got to step up, make plays, and win the game.
Yeah, they get tired of it.
And the pass. She is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great way to start this game, and one of the reasons this defense has been one of the most dominant units all season long, they can get pressure on the quarterback with guys like that. They've got better athletes than you've got.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't...
Intercepted in the first drive into the pick. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but what an opportunity here from the 23-yard line. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Back to throw, it's Pryor. Dumps it to the back. Another incompletion on third down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Quick strike complete. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Working that left side now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
On his feet at the 40. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Longhorn! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Makes the quick grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference. And now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I think it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level. Right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
And it's just fun to watch rivalries in college football. And we've lost a lot of them with expansion. This one we get to keep. I love that they're both going to the SEC. They're going to play each other a bunch. We're going to still have this Red River rivalry that gets so many people excited. It's an unbelievable event. We've been there for game day a bunch. It is absolutely crazy.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play-action fake. Grab near the marker. It's McCluster. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a...
There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Pryor. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking to fire. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This is just what they wanted, a quick start, a 17-0 lead, and now they have the ball back. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Pryor. Right on target this time. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered.
Touchdown, Longhorns! A great catch and run for 6.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the left. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. To the air, it's Herrera. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll move the wide receiver. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Hicks. They make the stop, but not before he takes a... what they need to move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds space on the right. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Looking to throw, it's Herrera. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Sooners are marching down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sooner! Some much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. Sparty has picked itself up off the canvas before, and this group is capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Indiana. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Hard running there. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's McCluster. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
To the air, it's Pryor. Fires left. Complete on the comeback. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Texas offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
He's going to throw deep right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And the Longhorns will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Herrera. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Throws to the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And another mistake by this. Listen, he isn't. Quarterback, he's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way. Touchdown, Texas! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Back to throw, it's Herrera. Unloads to the right. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense. defense to get the football. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. That gives him 100 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
It's come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Running back searching for a hole. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Herrera. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Sets up the screen. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin.
Will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Sooners will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Grab near the sticks. It's Benedict. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. This time they'll go to the running game. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll take it himself. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. And the Longhorns are on the move. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
Scanning the field, it's Herrera. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Used the play fake, now to throw. Rushes on him. Breaks the tackle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Defense. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. No way the official's going to miss that one. 3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Off the boot, looking for his man. Fires on the move. Pulls it in. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense... something quickly, because this has been way too easy.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Looking to throw, it's Pryor. Firing to the right, complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Gutierrez. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time,
turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. To the air on 1st down. Extending the play. Unleashes one. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step. Because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting... yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. Gives it on the option. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice... before the defense is able to stop him. The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll give it to the back.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's going to...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
Using the quick game. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. As they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Herrera. Pulls it in, it's Ramos. Tackled there by the defense. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Duarte. That one could really... This drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown Sooners! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys. They usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
And that is why they're called the Handstein people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Got his man quickly. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Power football with the run. There he goes. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Pryor. Flips it out to the back. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. So now it's 2nd and long. Off play action. Fires to the end zone. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Brought down at the 11 as he was trying to find enough room to take it back for the pick six.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw. Back in the game.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Down by multiple multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got him. Breaks into the open. He will not pick up the 1st down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Herrera. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it down the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They go to the draw. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This has been a really Disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Back to throw, it's Herrera. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. The Sooners send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it! They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. With the clock running, this should be the final play. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. Quickly complete. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.